Celingan overallnya naik juga, naik banyak nih.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night. Allie, it's all.
The NBA is creating international hoops academy.
Yeah, smart move. Thanks, Allie. So the Raptors starting five. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony Simons, and it's Walker in at the three. And points will be hard to come by tonight. Doris, both sides do a great job of stringing together stops.
Well, whatever has happened on the offensive end of the floor, pace and space, et cetera, championships are still built on the defensive end of the floor. We are talking about two teams who not only have quality individual defenders, they are tied together on a string as a team.
Pass to Simons. And he buries his first look.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
It's Barrett on the wing. And he lobs it up to the rim.
Oh,
Top hammer at home.
My goodness, the soaring Thaddeus Young, such elevation on that alley-oop.
Here's Silk. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Pass to Graham from behind the arc. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Their last encounter in Toronto.
Last time these teams met, it came down to the wire. The bench play of that game was the difference.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Now Portland with it. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Great communication on defense in that one. They worked really well as a unit to frustrate the offense.
You knew they were on a string all night on the defensive end, and it always helps when someone got caught out of position, help was on the way.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Walker. And it's
Ooh.
flushed out. A nice jam.
And I'll tell you what, this is a guy who doesn't take a break at all on the boards.
They're doing serious work. He likes being an anchor on the glass.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just...
anjay.
Hammers the lob through.
An excellent job of reading the defense. As Ingram's court vision continues to improve, so will his playmaking.
No team has had to make more sacrifices than Toronto during the pandemic.
You are right about that, BA. I mean, they had to change their home base to Tampa. In essence, they spent an entire season on the road. It's tough for everyone, but the Raptors face some big challenges.
So it's Toronto now, after the basket by Portland. Hurdle, the pass to Ingram. And he lobs it up. Very pretty.
Keren sih.
Nice touch on both ends of that alley-oop.
Hey, when he let go of the pass, I had no idea what he was going for. And that streaking rack attack is the mobile one drive.
Yeah, and in close games like this one, BA, you need toughness. Guys who will run to the fight and get after it. Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Barrett after the basket by Portland. Pass to Abaji. Outside Ingram. Here's Abaji. The three. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got 3 assists in the game.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
Here's Silk. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Simons missing. The Raptors with a lead. Pass to Abaji. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Silk.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And he's going for the lob.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. The Raptors have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Poke loose. Now the Blazers moving it up.
What an excellent post-entry pass. Good things happen when you make that next look.
Toronto has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Abaji. Ingram against Simons. Walker with the steal. Now the Blazers moving it up. And it's
Anjay.
You want the activity and the disruptive ability of R.J. Barrett to be on display. It is right there.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
And that kind of rejection early on energizes your squad. The coaching staff just loves this kind of hustle.
Simons outside. Over to the wing. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Blazers will retain possession.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Silk. No good.
Aduh.
And it's Toronto taking it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to
Kok
take
dia
the
mah
game out of the
masuk?
game. Easier said than done.
I'll tell you this, it looked like they wanted to get out of town as quickly as possible. The problem is their defense went with them.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Raptors making their last shot. Simons outside. Gets it to go. That makes it 2 for 3 in this game.
Their guards have carried the offensive load. With the way they perform, they've got the green light to shoot whenever there's an opening.
And the bucket is good. Barrett's got his second basket of the game.
This is a relentless scorer who is unafraid to work on the inside. In the paint, RJ making his presence felt.
Now here's Simons. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And his passing was simply amazing. A lot of fun to watch.
The Raptors have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Pass to Pirtle. Walker against Ingram. Here's Abaji. Now here's Pirtle. 11 feet out. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now. Here's Silk. He's got 6. Durant outside. From downtown. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Timeout called, the Raptors. All right, Doris, we're right in the thick of the season, but I got a very important question for you. What do you think of all these alternate uniforms?
Okay, I absolutely love what the NBA has done with this. You
Lah, jadi kalah gini.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Dick. He's covered by Simons. Pass to Abaji from the arc. And again, Toronto no good. For Portland, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. So for Toronto right now.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Portland, number 11. Taking 2
And the
shots.
first one at the line is good. That one drops. He ties it up.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Toronto's got 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Cash money from 16 feet away. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Inside. And that one is hammered home.
A tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Third ball. Toronto ball.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Outside Ingram. Knocked away. Walker with the steal. Oh, there's the alley. Up high and down it goes on the wall.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, BA.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Ingram. Coming off a 28-point game against Golden State.
Boy, the defense has tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Blocked! Driving to the basket. Good work there as he goes. Now it's a 4-point Trailblazer lead.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
He's covered by Grant. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Mantap.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a 10-point pass. That's tipped. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
Portland ball.
Here's Silk. 14 points for him. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Back to Simons. Clock at 6. 13 feet out. He's still feeling it. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Now a timeout called by Toronto.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. Far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up.
14 shares. That was awesome, fans. Join me in thanking your
Here's Dick. Taking a look at his numbers, averaging about 11 a game. Tipped. Here's Pirtle. And can't hit the shot. But they're saying he got hacked. So he'll head to the line.
personal foul.
It was dealing with the NBA's physical play that was Pirtle's biggest challenge when he came into the league. But he knows how to use his body now to get these calls.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And as solid as Pirtle is during the game, his free throws, Grant, can be an issue.
It really limits his minutes during close games late. You know, he's right around 50% for his career. He has decent form, so there is some hope for improvement.
To the wing, right side. Here's Dick. And knocked out by Pirtle.
Well, the hard work on the offensive glass pays off for Jakob Pirtle. Like to see that mindset from the big man. Goes back up strong as soon as he gets his hands on the basketball.
Ingram on the wing. He's covered by Simons. Ingram against Simons. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They host the Hawks after this one. Here's Grant. That's his third basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Walker against Ingram. Just 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Dick with a miss. For Portland, they've gotten 8 of their first 10 to go. Great shooting here in the second quarter. Pass to Silk. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. participated in all 82 games. That's a record low in the league's history.
Well, in addition to that, Brian, consider the previous low was 17, so that's not even close. Now, we know that health and safety protocols contributed to that number, but it is pretty clear we're in the age of load management. What impact is that having on the league?
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Here's Silk. 20
Aduh,
points for him.
nyangkut
And
deh.
stolen by Barrett. Ingram with the ball, and Walker picks him up defensively. Barrett passes to Ingram. To the paint. Soft touch off the glass.
Boy, masterful work from Thaddeus Young. He's got such tremendous length down there.
Here's Silk. Grant outside. 4-3. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And you think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Well,
Halo,
what you've seen from
Ramadan.
RJ Barrett is attack mode. The coaching
Selamat
staff
malam,
wants him to
Ramadan.
sustain this level of aggression.
Here's Simons. Unable to get that one. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. Here's Barrett. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Steady growth we have seen from RJ Barrett has been very impressive for us.
One thing we know, young guy who does not lack.
And we're through the first half of play here in
Nggak malam mingguan.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hujan ya, hujan gede ya.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here.
Dari siang guys, di sini hujan gede gitu.
Hesitate to set the pace. Their lead at one point was up to 7, and they had some real nice momentum going. As the first quarter came to a close, they saw that early lead disappear. Tie game at the end of one. They battled hard in the second quarter and were able to end up with a 4-point lead, all said and done at the end of the first half. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, if you compare the assist numbers, you can see who's been the superior team. And they're playing a much...
That's all for now.
Time to get loud for your
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Portland leading. We've got Jeremy Grant, and it's Walker in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Silk with the bucket. He's got 22.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
The ball's knocked loose. In transition.
Mantap.
Finishes with style. A double clutch jam.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback. Ouch.
That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. That was another look at our mobile one drive of the game just a moment ago.
Yeah, and with a finish like that, you know he's looking to extend the lead and put this game out of reach. He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Once again, an explosive highlight on the AT&T 5G Slam cam. I'm watching the
mundur
line
sendiri
there. It'll
sih.
be a backcourt violation. And we have to take another look at that block.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Analognya mulai error nih.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Over to the left wing. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Abaji. 5 points in the game. 6 to shoot. Left side Barrett. Releases. And Thaddeus Young gets the whistle that time. That'll be a second foul of the game. outside. Walker against Ingram. Here's Silk. And it's Portland scoring again.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
Pass to Abaji. To the inside. Barrett up top. Shoots. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Defensive positioning so important, and he could not have played him better there.
Whoa.
The defender really went after him.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line.
First one falls for him.
Number 11. 2 shots.
Good on both. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Abaji. Ingram up top. Takes the 3. It's rebounded by Grant.
All right, time now to pick it up. 1 from 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
And it's Silk missing.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Down low. Grant outside. Pass to Walker. To the right side. Oh, he jams it straight down.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, BA.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. And Toronto calls time here.
They're looking to do something to stop this run. They have to get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
For them. Here are your Blazer dancers. Well done, everyone. Your Blazers youth dance team. Show some love, fans.
Pass to Abaji. Outside Barrett. Ooh, poked away. And here's Pirtle. Shot clock at 6. Outside Barrett. The shot misses.
Only 20% shooting in this quarter. They need to settle down and relax a little bit here.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. The Raptors have gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Barrett. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. It's Walker on the wing. Four on the clock. Pirtle grabs a miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Here's Nick. He's covered by Grant. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Toronto ball.
Rusuh.
Here's Abaji.
Since the break, they've really locked it down defensively, looking much more solid now.
Here's Walker. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
He's covered by Grant. Grant brings a double. Pass to Abaji. 3-pointer. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and the putback.
What a terrific rebound and an even better putback. Pirtle gets the chance for the follow-up.
Here's Silk. 30 points in the game. It's rebounded
Aduh.
by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds in the game. Scoring 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
Well, they're There's a strength to R.J. Barrett that belies that thin frame. He's got toughness and the willingness to absorb contact.
And there's the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. The Raptors have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
This is who R.J. Barrett is. Fearless scorer, wants to drop.
And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting 59% in this one, a good average. So the Raptors 5 right now. Here's Silk. And it's Toronto with a rebound. It's Barrett on the wing.
You know, sometimes we forget how young some of these guys are. Take R.J. Barrett, making his NBA debut at 19. Still a few years away from hitting his prime.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And stolen by Barrett. Here's Abaji. It's blocked.
Kok pelanggaran sih?
And specifically with R.J. Barrett, it feels like he's a lot older.
You know, B.A., but he's not close to 25 yet. So what we see right now, it's not what he'll be once R.J. hits his prime. Still a lot of room to grow for him.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Silk. Pass to Henderson. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The 3, Barrett. That shot off.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Pass to Silk. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 32 points.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. It's Pirtle high post. And here's the fast break. Up the floor. Silk with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 18.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Pass to Abaji. And here's Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Pirtle in the post. Walker covering. Pirtle with the bucket.
Well, with big hands and nice touch, Pirtle knows how to finish in the post. This guy has a lot in his arsenal.
To the left wing. Pass to Silk. The 3 is up. And the three-pointer goes.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
It's Barrett on the wing. And here's Ingram from the arc. Nails it from 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Grant. And that one's long.
All alone from mid-range. You gotta think he's kicking himself.
Here's Barrett. Banked it in off the glass. Barrett's got 25 points.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
To the left side wing. Henderson.
Gelo.
Padding the stat sheet, getting the board and the hoop all on one play.
Yep, he's earned his coach's appreciation. Outside Barrett. Here he goes.
R.J. Barrett, the ability to make adjustments in high speed, gets a shot off despite the defender and the contact.
And he makes the first.
At the line for the Raptors, R.J. Barrett.
And Barrett drops them both. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Silk, guarded by Barrett. Here's Henderson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And he knocks down the first one.
Your Trailblazers, number 7.
And he makes both free throws. For Toronto, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter. And he's going for the oop here. And an
Mantap.
emphatic jam on the lob.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
It's Walker on the wing. Graham, right side. Here's Silk, guarded by Barrett. Back to Grant. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. And it's Toronto taking it the other way. 3 on 3. Offensive board. Blocked. Fades. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. For Portland, they've got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Pass to Silk.
Mantap.
That one home. I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible.
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. The Raptors have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. Barrett with it. The 3 is up. No luck on that one.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And he lobs it up.
When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive. No question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Ingram on the wing. Walker covering. The shot
Mantap.
by Pirtle, no good.
Kelengan.
The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Out to the right wing. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 20.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Barrett passes to Ingram. Shoots over Walker. Pirtle with the bucket. Pirtle's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. Talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs. What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Pass to Abaji. Back to Ingram. Throws it up high. Kicks it out to Barrett. There's the 3. The shot no good. And it's Portland the other way.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Just his first turnover of the night. He's been poised and he's been focused.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons checked in. Knocked loose. Now the Blazers moving it up. Covered by Pirtle.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, BA.
Yeah, one of the prettiest in basketball. Here's Ingram. Timeout called, the Raptors. Doors, courtside seats in basketball are hard to come by. Experiencing that proximity to the action is a rare treat, but with virtual reality, anyone can.
Listen, BA, I'm all technology, and I think that's cool. But let's be real. You give me a courtside seat where I can feel the action, where I can see all the minute details of everything that's transpiring in real time, I'll take that.
Outside Barrett. Pass to Abaji. Outside Barrett.
Oh,
Time jam right there.
That's coming with force. RJ Barrett, nothing you could do to stop that.
Portland has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Silk.
dibalas langsung.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? Toronto shooting just 38% here in the fourth. Now here's Barrett. He's closely guarded. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play. When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Pass to Abaji. Now Ingram. Uses the glass on the layup.
It's hard trying to match up with Ingram, especially when he's looking to score inside.
And the Trailblazers shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. Here's Silk. All right, Doris, let me get your thoughts on big superstar trades where teams are trying to win championships right here, right now.
I think my response would be, Brian, show me the one that's worked in recent history. Listen, it's a bold gamble, and ultimately, talent wins in this league. What you cannot set aside is you have to understand, do the parts fit together?
Tadi ngapain dioper lagi ya?
First, are they willing to put in all the work required to win a championship? Without it, you won't win. RJ Barrett, still such a young talent in the NBA, but this is something this young man has dreamed about for as long as he can remember. He has the work habits.
Substitution on the court.
And so here is Toronto, 19-point game. Now Pirtle. Pass to Abaji. Back to Pirtle. Clock at 6. The three, Barrett. The shot that time, not on target. Now Portland takes it the other way. Pass to Henderson. Unloads from 13. Again, the Trailblazers, good for 2.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Silk. So it's the Trailblazers winning this one easily. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burt, Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Anjay, 47 poin kagak kerasa. Lawan siapa selanjutnya? Atalanta. Kyrie Irving Ini mantap sih sebenarnya, tapi harus kita tolak. Gelo musuhnya jago semua.
And those are the starting lineups. Some interesting matchups tonight. Stick around. We'll be right back with more. "2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball is coming right up. Our game tonight featuring the Portland Trail. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. They've got Okongwu. Trae Young is out there with Johnson. And it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. And for Portland, they've got Silk. Also, Anthony Simons out there. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot. So Atlanta will get the first possession. And after the last couple seasons, it's nice to get back to the more normal way of doing things, isn't it, Smitty?
It is, Kevin. We saw the playoff bubble, the reduction in games, more back-to-backs. Shows you how much it can be taken for granted.
That's a 2 from Simons. That one's good from the corner.
Showing the quickness. Nice catch and shoot by Anthony.
Guarded by Walker. He doesn't hit that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
That's an incredible move by him on what's been an impressive night all around.
Pass to Daniels. Kicks it out to Johnson. 4 on the clock. Young from deep three-point range. The Hawks again can't hit. Pass to Silk. Good, and Grant gets the assist.
A jack-of-all-trades, Jeremy Grant also has a strong feel for when his guys are uncovered.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Young. This one for 3. A rebound by Simon.
4 shots, 4 misses, and you can sense a certain frustration building.
Here's Grant. That one wide left. Hawks have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals. And the pass to Young. And the whistle blows in the backcourt violation. He went over and down. Here's Silk, coming off a stellar performance against Toronto. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Lays it up and makes it in.
Great ball movement there.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Looking for their first basket of the game. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a certain matchup.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
To end the run, Okongwu, great positioning on the putback.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Frustrating beginning for them, but we have a long way to go. Now they just need to string together some buckets. Well, the Hawks have their centerpiece. Trae Young is that guy for them. But now they have to figure out how to surround him.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws. And for the Hawks, Smitty, their roster construction is something they are tinkering with right now.
They're not in a bad spot. It's actually a good spot to be in as a franchise. They know the makeup and direction of the team, Kevin. It's a matter of finding the right formula.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that
Mantap.
against good scores.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Young. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Clippers.
And no one on defense could stay in front of him. He continually got pummeled and kept getting
Gelo.
It's blocked. First quarter play, just over 3.5 minutes in. Here's Silk, defended by Young. Back to Grant. Here's the 3. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Young from outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Inside. And Walker throws it down.
They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
To the paint, here's Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
Great find by Trae Young, one of the more instinctive passers in this league.
Here's Silk. Over to the left wing. Outside, Walker. Simon's on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Over Daniels. Johnson with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 13. Young taking his time here. Dishes it to Johnson. Over Grant. And there's Johnson. That's good. On the assist from Young. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Beautiful location on the pass, as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Here's Silk, defended by Young. He lobs it up.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. It's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Here's Man. Off the inbound. Powered down with both hands.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, you'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
That's tipped. Here's Barlow. Now Levert. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Here's Silk. Pocket 6. Ayton trying to break free. And the basket by Silk. Silk's got 6.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Man passes to Gonzalez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal
Shaden Sharp picks one up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Trailblazers.
Right now is their passing game, and it's been on point. Doing a great job of moving it around and getting the ball to their shooters.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Outside Williams. Passes it to Ayton. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
LeVert the pass to Gonzalez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Ayton.
First personal foul.
The Hawks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And on the season, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
He hits both from the stripe. Portland leading by 11. Pass to Henderson. Pass to Silk. Fires the 3. It doesn't go for him. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Man. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
There's the pass to Sharp. Good ball here by the Trailblazers.
Nice vision from the youngster Sharp that time.
The Hawks trailed by 11. Here's Man. Nance outside. Over Ayton. Nance, no good. Portland's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ayton at the elbow. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
PBC's checked in for Silk.
Substitution on the court.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Passes it to Young. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
And Bernie Simon's out there with Silk. Then there's Grant. And it's Walker in at the 3. It's the group in the game for the Trailblazers.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Trailing by 13 to the inside. It's good. Okongwu's now got 4 this quarter.
Such an incredible score. Maybe on the same level.
And the way Trae Young, GA, is the focus of this offense. The numbers just pile up.
Yeah, I mean, they run so much through him. His usage rate is off the charts. Led the entire league in total points and total assists in 2022. That hadn't been done in 49 years.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins. Getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's studying the greats, and it's paying off. Guys, no question, Trae Young is one of the most exciting players right now in the entire league.
Kevin, everything is within range for him. A great passer and shooter in his own right. Young can take over a game any given night.
Portland's shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
Pretty good numbers on the season when you look look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
You know, Greg, you played on some gritty teams, and we hear that expression, getting punched in the mouth, and it's not usually literal, but what's that look like on the floor? What's it feel like on the court?
Kevin, you're just out hustling and out muscling the team. At times you'll see it. They kind of checked out mentally, and I'll tell you what, it is one of the best feelings in sport.
Pass to Simon. To the left side wing. From the baseline. Grant, that's good. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Daniels dishes to Young. From 13, it's deflected. Here's Silk. 12 points for him. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Tengil.
Young against Simon. Ball's knocked loose. Johnson outside. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. 8-foot side. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Pass to Daniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's the triple. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Trailblazers leading by 12. Down low. Grant scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Very high percentage look for Grant. Those kinds of plays just get you in rhythm and keep you there.
That was the 2K drive, as that move deserved another look.
Yeah, and even up big, still playing the right way, keeping that aggressive nature and attacking the rim.
Once Jeremy gets going, he's automatic, making it look effortless right now.
The Hawks trail by 16. Young outside. Atlanta again missing.
You like that he's still attacking, but the results tonight just haven't been there.
Here's Silver. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 70%. 5 for 7. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Young kicks to Daniels. Looking to end the run. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 5 assists in the game.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Out left to the wing. Here's Silk.
Aduh.
Rebound.
Missed opportunity, wide open from mid-range. He would love to get that one back.
Good ball movement here by the Hawks. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Right wing. Now the pass to Daniels. Shoots over Simon. Daniels, no good. Trailblazers leading by 16. Walker in the post. Here's Silk, defended by Young. Passes it to Simons. Stolen away. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfectly aligned so far here in the second quarter.
Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Silk. 14 points for him. It's 5 on the clock. Grant gets a wide open look. Good on the three-point shot. Grant's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Man, he has been locked in this quarter, shouldering the load at the offensive end.
Here's Young. He sinks the 11-footer. Young's got 10 points.
Another area where Young excels, using the dribble to create space for his shot.
Now, here's Simon. He's tightly guarded. He's good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for them.
And so it's Portland with the 19. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq has big-time play throughout the first half for Jeremy Grant. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. What did you think about Portland, Kenny?
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks?
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting them, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I haven't had a really
And that'll do it for...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Johnson is out there with Okongwu. And it's Young, and it's Daniels in at the 2 spot. Young passes to Daniels. Back to Young. Over to the wing. Sinks the triple.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Silk to the middle, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
The 9-foot shot in Atlanta again with the bucket.
For most defenses, Young's jumper is the first thing they have to account for when they play this team.
It's picked off. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Daniels passes to Young. Okongwu with it. Knocked loose. Dives for it. 5 on the clock. Fires high post. And it's Silk with the rebound.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And it's Simons missing. The Hawks trail by 16. Floats one up. Young, no good.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. To the inside. Okongwu. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 8th assist here tonight. Here's Silk. 14 points for him. Walker in the corner. Takes the 3. Here's Silk. And another three for Portland.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
An even 3-on-3 break.
Atlanta foul.
Portland may have been at their finest at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. He's off on the
line for your Trailblazers. Number 11. At the line for...
And he sinks the second. The Hawks trail by 20. Daniels passes to Johnson. There's the dish to Young. Those three-pointers off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Walker in the post. Here's Silk, defended by Young. Silk passes to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
This is a familiar sight. Jeremy Grant making his way to the rim and finishing strong.
Now, here is Young. Defense is right there. Here's Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Jeremy Grant picks one up. For the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. And both free throws good for Johnson. Trailblazers leading by 20. Pass to Simons. Johnson against Grant. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Down low. Here's Walker. It's deflected. Here is Daniels. Covered by Simons. And that one's good. Daniels.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
And it's Simons missing.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Daniels kicks to Young. Here's Johnson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Portland.
They are dominating the paint in this one. Consistent work inside throughout the game.
And another stat that they've excelled at is points off assists. They're moving the ball around and creating great looks for one another.
Hawks making a switch here. Levert's checked in.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim. You have to compete at all times.
Last season, of course, Marcus Smart, the Defensive Player of the Year. You know, Greg, it's weird to see a guard win it. Should perimeter players get more consideration from this point on?
It's tough, Kev. I do think they should. And I think that the numbers, though, tend to favor the rim protectors, but it's only right to recognize great defense at every position, especially at an age of positionless basketball.
Oh, Ayton in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the impressive reach of Ayton. Lob it up his way, and he'll take care of the rest.
The Hawks trail by 20. Young outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. The basket good. Off the assist from Young.
3.
Young's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Portland's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. 9 feet out. And Portland again with the bucket.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Young against Henderson. Young, good.
Trae Young.
Young's got 6 in the quarter.
Good scoring field by Trae Young inside, finding a path to a beautiful shot.
Henderson passes to Silk. To the paint. Here's Williams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost
At the line
have
for
to foul him.
Portland.
Sharps checked in for the Trailblazers. The Hawks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. They've got Grant, and it's Henderson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Outside, Gonzalez. Pass to Young. Shot clock at 6. The 3. Portland grabs the miss. Walker's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in wrecking this game. He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. Atlanta with the ball. Young outside. Kicks it to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Walker with the rebound. Walker's got 7 rebounds in the game. Some things change here in the league, but a little trash talk still seems, Steve, like a key component to the game. I'm having a hard time remembering. Did you partake in that?
I did, Kevin, but I didn't call it trash talk. We just talked, and you tried to get into your opponent's head. And also, for me, I played better when I was talking.
All the officials are all over that.
Personal foul.
First free throw is good. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Number 11. At the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Hawks have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. The Hawks again can't hit.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Silk. Inside. It's stolen by Nance. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. The pass to Silk. The shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. Atlanta's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. He's covered by Murray. Here's Barlow. Back to Nance. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Silk with the rebound. Portland's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the 3-pointer to their advantage. Knocked away. Fast break, the Hawks. Robinson's got the ball, and it's good from the elbow.
Good defense from Robinson. Creates offense on the other end. He just knows what to do with the steal.
Here's Silk. The 3-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Chalk up 2 there.
Excellent timing on that play and a wonderful pass.
We talk about players, Steve, we talk about coaches and GMs, but not too much about owners and their effect on the game and the organization.
Kevin, the owners for me are A1. It starts from the top. They're the ones who hire the team president, GMs, and coaches. And certainly, there's some teams who have some great owners.
George Meehan is checked in for Daniels. A timeout called by Atlanta.
You know, playing less than 30 minutes a game, Robinson shattered the Miami three-point record back in 2020.
Greg, he buried 273 pointers that season. Robinson works hard to find space on the perimeter. And if he's open, he's as accurate as it gets.
he's going up for the alley-oop here. Count that bucket.
This is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
It's a winning approach when you execute. That's the key. They're playing fast, but also under control.
And it's good, 2 points. And one more look at that fantastic Mobile One drive.
And Kevin, talk about a tough finish. The defense all over him, but he still finds a way to get that off.
Here's Silk. Nance with some nice D.
I mean, he's staying aggressive, trying to regain his touch, but right now, he's hurting the team.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Passes to Silk. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Hawks ball.
Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Kamare. Substitution on the court.
Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
You know what it is, a lack of concentration. That's a momentum killer.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's on Karis LeVert.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
The topic of parity is always front and center with the NBA. So, Steve, how do you see the balance in the league these days?
Well, Kevin, the NBA's done a good job trying to keep financial equality between teams. But the biggest stars want to play in the biggest markets, so parity will always be a factor. The defender didn't block that dunk, but he changed it, and that's as good as a block.
Here's Silk. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Silk's got 14 points here in the second half.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Here's Niang. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Sharp, the pass to Silk. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
Oh, Ayton in position. It's stolen by Nance. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Man. And it's Silk with the rebound. Silk's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Sharp. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. ABC's checked in for the Trailblazers. And every year it seems like outcomes in the playoffs can hinge on health. Steve, it's part of the game, as you well know.
It is, Kevin, and we hate it because obviously health can change the direction of a series or a team. But the one thing teams are doing a better job is they are lengthening and going deeper into their bench.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for one.
Beautiful move by Anthony Simons, making it an and-one opportunity.
Substitution on the court.
1:27 left in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Silk.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
And here's Young from the arc. Gets it to go
Gila, jauh banget.
beyond the arc.
Hard to defend Trae Young from out there because he's a master at creating space.
Johnson against Grant. Pass to Simons. 5 to shoot. From downtown. Atlanta with the rebound. And Daniels up top. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Daniels. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Number 7. Second personal foul. 4th team
The
foul.
first free throw is good.
At the line for the Hawks, Daniels.
Both. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home, no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Merun Johnson. Mantep sih sebenarnya. Jangan deh. Jemuran. Musuhnya jago banget.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hey, Allie.
Thank you very much.
Drippy Alley, I like it. I know what that means, by the way. Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. We've got Jeremy Grant, and it's Silk in at the point. And for the Grizzlies, Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Then it's Jackson, and it's A-Train in at the small forward position. Well, when you get to the middle of the season like we are now, are you still experimenting with your game as a player, RJ?
Yeah, there's always room for improvement. One thing that I tell people is that if you start working on something at the beginning of the season, by the end of the season, it could be a part of your game. So you're just always looking to refine your skill and your craft.
Here's Morant.
Oh, gila baru mulai coy.
And man, does Morant put on a show. He's got such insane athleticism.
Here's Silk, hounded by Morant. To the middle. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Bain. Back to Morant. Jacks up a three. That shot off the mark. Here's Silk, hounded by Morant. Here's Silk. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
Pass to Wells. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first run.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Fantastic replay we just saw of the Mobile One drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Here's ABC. The shot's good.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Knocks it loose. Here's Silk. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Now here's Morant. Last game out, he had 38 points. Dane against Simons. Count it.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Silk. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Here's ABC. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. They recover it. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Ooh.
Showing off that verb. Morant attacks the basket with just such intensity. There's not much any defense can do with it.
And another look at the Mobile One drive as he put it into overdrive.
And he's been incredible this game. And plays like that one show you how locked in he is. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
That's a blue-collar bucket right there. Grown man basket. Put in the work. Got a second chance to score.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Jackson is just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Now here's Morant. A production powerhouse for this team. Putting up 36.5 a game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A tough cover in there. Jackson Jr. can post you. He can finish with either hand.
Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Portland. Here's Silk. He has 6. Pass to Graham. Wide open. Connects. The jumper drops.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
For Memphis, they've got 5 of 7 shots to fall. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
For Portland, they've got 6 of 8 shots to go. Silk. With the drive. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Soft defense. I mean, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points inside.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Portland? Memphis trailing here. The teardrop. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
Dia lo agility-nya ya.
Great imagination. Morant, so many tricks up his sleeve.
Pass to ABC. Simon's outside. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Found some space to get off the mid-range, and he'll do damage from there if you let him.
And Morant gets double-teamed. Out to the wing. Now Bain. Fires top of the key. It's rebounded by Grant.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
To the inside. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Grizzlies.
Unforced turnovers will drive your coach insane.
Bagley's checked in for Memphis. Memphis calls timeout. They traveled to Portland last time they faced the Blazers and came away with a win.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And if they can keep that same physicality, you have to think they'll be in a good position to grab another win here.
Now here's Morant. He's got 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Williams is checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Desmond Bain. Here's Henderson, a valuable part of their offense, averaging a little more than 16 a game. They get it again.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Morant. He got a piece of it. Down low. Pass to Silk. On the tip.
Makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. Now here's Morant. Give him 8 points now. Keeps it alive.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
Here's Sharp. To Silk.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Aldama's checked in for Jackson. And it's Jackson in for Ja Morant. Now Kennard. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Bagley finds Williams. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Silk. The 3-ball. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
To the paint. Out left to the wing. Kennard outside. Here's Aldama. 5 on the clock. Got a hand on it. Here's Silk. Defended by Kennard. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Williams. Kicks it out to Kennard from about 16. That shot missing. And it's Portland the other way. They want to keep rolling here, following a win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Pass to Aiden. Here's Silk. A minute 31 left in the opening quarter. Here's Henderson. And too long on the shot. The Grizzlies have gotten 8 of 16 attempts to fall. Williams from long range. It's hauled in by Henderson. Portland has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. A minute 6 left in the first quarter. And he drops it first. He's off on the side. Portland has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. Then it's Jaren Jackson, and it's A-Train in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Jackson on the wing. Back to Morant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Every night, John Morant has a hard job to do. He draws the opponent's toughest defender in each game they play. That's how talented of a scorer he is.
Stolen by Bane. There's the triple, and Morant with the basket on the assist by Bane. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. For Portland, they've gotten 5 of 8 attempts to drop since the second began. Well, you talk about the D Morant has to face, yet he finds a way to get the best of most of those matchups, Richard.
He's got a very advanced offensive skill set. He can score from bounds, he can spot up. Depending on who's guarding him, John can attack and find any weakness.
The first one falls, and between Jason Kidd and LeBron James, RJ, you played with some incredible passers in your day. What was that like, running alongside those guys?
Well, it's just amazing. Jason Kidd, LeBron James, these guys can get you the ball when you don't even know that you're open. That's what's fun, and it's even more fun kind of sitting back and watching them and seeing how they read the floor.
Gelo.
That is a monster finish.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Morant going inside.
It's been his job tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Bane against Simons. Pass to Silk. Launches it. Doesn't go that time. And it's Memphis the other way. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up. He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well, cleaning it up and sending it right back.
And the free throw, no good. Portland has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Pass to Silk. Oh, that's the alley. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Morant with it, now guarded by Ayton. And it's in there. Morant's got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
Just taking what the defense gives him. Morant keeping it simple on offense. I love it.
Simons outside. Over Bane. Offensive rebound. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Gotta be careful when Jackson is lurking, more than just capable of sending it back.
Inside.
Gliding the pass to where it needed to be.
Wow, a strong finish to seal the deal. And so it's Memphis with it, trailing by 4. And here's Morant. 18 points for him. And the basket by Bay.
He's finally started to settle down here in the second quarter. Just needed to work up a sweat.
Here's Silk, pounded by Morant. Here's Silk. He's got 17. Here's Grant. Laid it in.
Gila.
Nice touch off the window. Grant's got 6.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Jackson finds Morant. Deflected. Here's ABC. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
I don't know if you can credit the defense for that. It was just a missed opportunity.
Pass to Morant. Got a piece of it. And so the ball out of bounds. Ayton tucks it last. So it's the Grizzlies now. It's a 3-point game. 6 to shoot. Here's Wells. Shot from 12. Here's Jackson.
Geblek.
Great awareness by Jackson Jr.
The Trailblazers have gotten 7 of 16 shots to go in the second. Here's Silk. Grant outside. And play stops. A whistle there. What looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams
Nice.
checked in, and he's able to get it back.
Aduh.
The shot goes in.
His play just keeps getting better, clearly building on the foundation of that strong first quarter.
Pass to Henderson. Here's Silk. Count that one. He's 8 for 10 from the field now. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Morant, the pass to Jackson. And there's the rejection. And he recovers it. And it's Morant missing. Portland leading. And he's going for the oop here.
Aduh.
Leaps for it. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
So both teams changing it up here. Up top, Kennard. He had 9 points in his last time out. And Robert Williams picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. Out to the right wing. Jackson outside. Right side, Williams. Clock is at 3. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Kennard. They get it back. Second chance shot. And it's laid up and in by Williams. Williams has got his second basket.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Yeah, you think you gotta stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Kennard outside. Pass to Jackson. Here's Aldama. Outside Bagley. Now here's Williams. And it's blocked. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Silk. Shots blocked.
Buset.
off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. So there was no stopping John Morant in the first half. He had 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
Love to see a team thrive to those offensive boards. They're doing the dirty work and converting those extra possessions into points. It's got to be demoralizing for the defense at this stage.
Looking at Portland, Shaq, your thoughts?
They just keep giving the ball away. That's not how you win. I just think this defense is giving them problems, being disruptive. They could just cut down on the turnover.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the...
On your feet, fans.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, tonight, he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
So the Trail Blazers 5 right now. We've got Anthony Simons, and it's Silk in at the 1. Here's Simons. That one falls. Simons got 14.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
And we just had to see that mobile 1 drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Pass to Wells. Outside for Moran. Takes a 13-footer, and the shot goes down. Moran's got 22 points.
This is the productive play Morant delivers, and the team works hard to facilitate them for him.
Right wing. Here's Grant. It's rebounded by Memphis. Morant's got 4 rebounds now. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Payne with it. Give him 8. Can't connect from short range. Portland trailing here. To the inside. Oh, yes! Throw it down! Oh, and he dunks it down. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
And here's the mobile 1 drive. A great move to get right to the cup.
Yeah, BA, I mean, that's such a big play here in a close game like this one. Great concentration from him.
Now Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
When Morant drives, he is just so difficult to stop. His agility, that's what makes beating the D look so easy.
To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Oh, terrific defensive intensity right there. Getting stops like that is crucial for them right now.
Simons outside. Here's Silk. That one off the back iron and out. Memphis leading. Here's Wells. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Walker's checked in. Here's Bain. Outside Morant.
Gelo.
So he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Second personal foul. First team.
First free throw is good.
At the line for two.
And so he hits both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. Hope I didn't jinx him.
Just over 2.5 minutes going by in the second half. Jackson outside. Outside Morant. Pass to Wells. Plenty of space. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
To the middle. Morant with a defensive effort. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Here's Jackson. That one drops for him. Now it's a 5-point Memphis lead.
Strong pass there to set up the basket.
Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Down low. Good on the shot.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
The Grizzlies have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. He's feeling it again with the block.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Protecting the rim well. Love the hustle. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Bagley's checked in. And the Blake. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
And coming into Summer League, Sharp was kind of a mystery man. So it's great to see him play at a high level and get a real sense for his talents.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
Pass to Graham from outside the arc. Good. Now 7 for 11 on the night.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
To the paint. Here's Williams. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, they're really being bullied right now defensively. 8 of the last 10 points have come from inside.
Here's Silk. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It'll go on Luke Kennard.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul. They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
The Grizzlies shooting well here in the third, hitting 50% of their shots. Tipped away. Here's Silk, pounded by Morant. Pass to Silk. And he lobs it up.
Aduh, hujan.
The first free throw is good.
In an era where so many point guards are three-point shooters, John Morant, you know what? This man is built different. He's more of a throwback. Ja wants to apply pressure by driving, not shooting threes.
To the middle. Silk with the bucket. He's got 27.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that too.
When it ain't broke, leave it.
Oke, lo masuk coy begituan.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. They've got Ja Morant, and it's A-Train in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Here's Silk, pounded by Moran. And stolen by Moran. He's got a clear path. Jumps up. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
The transition.
Gokil.
Not only with the steal, but he gets the break going with that first pass.
Pass to Sharp. Here's Silk. 5 to shoot. From the top of the key, they grab their own miss. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. He misses the free throw, and the Grizzlies with some changes. Jackson comes in for Aldama, and it's Bain in for Williams. He hits the second from the line. Well, the Grizzlies shooting at 49% so far in the game. Here's Moran. Second shot opportunity. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass.
Substitution on the court.
And here's Morant. A shot from the
Edan.
mid-range. Here's Bagley. And a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points. And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jackson outside. Shot clock at 6, and they call an illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Jeremy Grant, he's checked in for Sharp. Now here's Simons. Pass to Silk. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now.
Kenapa tadi pas kosong nggak dioper ya?
45 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Wells. He's covered by Grant. Ooh, good finish at the rack on the slick feed.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Inside.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They
Buset.
came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Grizzlies.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
But when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year.
And with just one game left to play between them, they've captured the first 2 meetings of the year.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
So impressed with his performance today. He was confident, he was composed, and the defense just didn't know how to adjust.
It's tipped.
Gelo si Edi. Tinggi banget.
Outside Bain. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It goes on Jeremy Grant.
Great job drawing the foul and almost converted the shot as well.
A line change here for Portland. That's also here's Morant. Shoot it! And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They did just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for
Jamurannya
now. This is Brian
terlalu
Taylor
edan
saying thank
anjay.
you for tuning in. We'll see you later.
Belum 4 poin, gelo. Anjay, ternyata ada chat ya. Halo, Rexboy sama Kuzetan. Dahan dulu ah live-nya. Sampai ketemu lagi di live selanjutnya ya. Bye-bye.